Manchester United transfer news, the latest updates and missed opportunities. Hey Red Devils! With the January transfer window fast closing, Manchester United is once again in the spotlight. There's a lot happening behind the scenes, and we've got some exciting and perhaps disappointing updates for you. From potential new signings to missed opportunities, it's been an eventful month for United fans. Let's dive into the latest transfer rumors and developments surrounding the club. The Mathys situation. Could United hijack Chelsea's move? First up, we have a young talent who has caused quite a stir in recent days. Mathys. The 19-year-old French forward, currently at Bayern Munich, has reportedly asked to leave the German Giants. The reason? A lack of playing time. And when a player of his potential expresses a desire to move, it's no surprise that several top clubs are lining up to secure his services. While Chelsea has been linked with a move for Tell all month, reports are now suggesting that Manchester United is also keeping a close eye on the situation. According to Fabrizio Romano, who's one of the most trusted names in football transfers, the race for Tell's signature is still open. Both United and Chelsea are in the hunt for the young striker, with Bayern willing to part ways with him before the transfer window closes. But why would United be interested in Tell? Well, it all depends on the future of Alejandro Garnacho and Marcus Rashford. If either of them were to leave, whether it's due to injury, a transfer, or contract issues, United might look to bring in a replacement. This is where Tell comes in. His speed, technical ability, and goal-scoring potential make him an exciting prospect for the Red Devils. But here's the big question. Should United go all in for Tell, or is it better to stick with their current squad? Would he be able to handle the pressure of playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world, especially when we have young talents like Garnacho already showing promise? Jhon Duran, a missed opportunity? Next up is a player who could have been a perfect fit for United. Jhon Duran, the Colombian striker who now plays for Aston Villa, was once on United's radar. Back in October 2022, Duran was still playing in the MLS for Chicago Fire, and he was starting to make a name for himself. At the time, United was reportedly interested in bringing him to Old Trafford for just £10 million, a relatively low fee for a player with such potential. Fast forward to January 2025, and Duran is now one of the hottest properties in the Premier League. The young striker has been in brilliant form for Villa, scoring 12 goals in just 29 games across all competitions this season. His value has shot up, and reports suggest that Villa could demand up to £80 million if they decide to sell him. Here's where the regret comes in for United. If they had acted early and secured Duran when he was still relatively unknown, they could have potentially made a huge profit by developing him further. But now, with his value so high, it's unlikely United will make a move. It's easy to see why United might have passed on Duran. After all, they already have quality attacking options in Rashford and Garnacho. But as we've seen with players like Casemiro, sometimes United spends big on older players who don't offer much in terms of resale value. Duran, on the other hand, could have been a long-term investment that paid off in the future. The question now is, should United have gone for Duran when they had the chance? And could they regret letting this one slip through their fingers? Victor Boniface, another target out of reach. It's always disappointing when a player you've been tracking for a while ends up joining a club you didn't expect. That's the case with Victor Boniface, the Bayer Leverkusen striker who has been on Manchester United's radar for some time. Reports surfaced that United was keen on signing the 24-year-old forward, who has been in impressive form for his club, scoring regularly in both domestic and European competitions. However, it looks like United's pursuit of Boniface is officially over. According to Florian Plettenberg, a trusted journalist in the football world, Boniface has already agreed to terms with Saudi Pro League side Al Nassr. His move will be completed shortly, and the striker will reportedly earn a staggering €15 million per year. So what went wrong here? Why did United back off from signing Boniface, especially considering his strong performances? One possible reason could be his injury record. Boniface has struggled with injuries in the past, and perhaps United didn't feel confident enough to take a risk on him. It's also worth noting that United has been focusing on building a more balanced squad, and they might have felt that other positions needed more attention. But here's something to think about. Boniface is still young and could have been a long-term solution up front for United. If he's able to stay fit and continue his good form, his move to Al Nassr might end up being a missed opportunity for the Red Devils. Tyrell, Malacia's potential loan move to Real Betis. Moving on from the forwards, let's talk about Tyrell Malacia, the Dutch left-back who has had a difficult time at Old Trafford since his arrival in 2022. Malacia had an unfortunate injury last season, which kept him out for most of the 2023-24 campaign. This season, while he has made a few appearances, he struggled to establish himself as a regular starter in Erik ten Hag's squad. Now, reports suggest that Real Betis is interested in taking Malacia on loan for the remainder of the season. The Spanish club is hoping to revive Malacia's career, much like they've done with other players in the past. This move could be beneficial for both parties. For Malacia, it would be an opportunity to get regular game time and prove himself after his injury. For United, it could give them the chance to assess whether he has a future at the club. So, what do you think about Malacia potentially leaving on loan? Should United keep him around and give him more chances, or is it better for him to go out on loan and gain experience elsewhere? Galatasaray, Fenerbahce have joined the race for Manchester United's Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford has not made an appearance for Manchester United in the last 11 games across all competitions as the forward seeks for an exit this month. Ruben Amorim proceeded to drop him from the Manchester Derby squad last month, and soon after, the Mancunian did an interview in which he claimed he was open to leaving his boyhood club. The Englishman must have thought earning a move away would be much easier, but it has not proven to be the case with Barcelona yet to make space for him so far. Time is running out for the Carrington graduate, and with Amorim's recent brutal comments about his aptitude in training, the chances of earning game time at Old Trafford is pretty slim should he end up staying. Galatasaray joins the race for Rashford, which is why he could be forced to look at alternate options, with Spanish journalist Matyl Moreto claiming Galatasaray and Fenerbahce are interested in the United number 10. It is clear that the Englishman's first option, which is Barcelona, cannot be unlocked if a player who can free up salary does not leave first. In recent days, two major Turkish clubs have also appeared, Galatasaray and Fenerbahce. As of today, however, we are stuck in mere soundings. Negotiations are not advanced. Rashford is taking his time, waiting to understand which way to go, but both Turkish giants would struggle to take on board his humongous wages of £375,000 per week, as per Capology, with United having made it clear that they do not want to pay a dime should the player leave on loan this month. A permanent exit to either of the aforementioned clubs is even more unlikely given Gala's record buy was for €18 million, while Fener have paid a maximum of €22 million for a player, both of which is unlikely to be accepted by Ineos. Move seems unlikely. In fact, Fenerbahce Vice President Ilikali has categorically revealed that while they were offered the forward, they have no interest in pursuing a deal in January. I think Rashford is a fantastic player. I really like him. But at the end of the day, when you have some players in your team who play in the same role, it is not logical to get two players in the same position which are much better than other players. There is nothing that we are interested in him. Of course, there are some rumors that spread. I can say very comfortably that we are not interested, but he is a good player. Plenty of Premier League sides had expressed interest, but Ineos have already made it clear that the player will not be allowed to join a direct domestic rival. Landing spots seem to be drying up for the 27-year-old, and this saga is likely to drag on until deadline day, and Rashford will be praying Barca can come up with a solution. Final thoughts. What's next for Manchester United? As the January transfer window comes to a close, it's clear that Manchester United is at a crossroads. The club has some exciting young talent in their squad, but there are also areas that need strengthening. The potential signings of Mathys and other targets show that United is still looking to improve. But will they make the right moves? It's also worth considering the bigger picture. United has been guilty of overspending on players in recent years, especially when it comes to older players who don't offer much in terms of resale value. A more strategic approach to signing young, promising players could be the key to building a successful team in the future. United fans, what do you think? Should the club go all in for players like Mathys and Jhon Duran? Or should they focus on strengthening other areas of the squad? Do you think Manchester United will be able to make any more moves before the window shuts? Or is the squad set for the rest of the season? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, keep supporting the Red Devils. Thanks for watching this video, Red Devils. The transfer window is always full of twists and turns, and we'll be keeping a close eye on all the latest developments. Make sure to stay tuned for more updates as we look ahead to the rest of the season. And as always, let's continue to support the team no matter what. We're all in this together.